Alright, guys, let's talk about the Jacob Blake shooting and this whole crazy rioting going on in Wisconsin. Yeah, it's that's. I'm going to start out with the initial shooting. Let's just go with the Jacob Blake shooting. Um, yeah, I don't know what. There's no evidence that it was racially motivated. The That's it. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna start with straight facts that we know. Um, the guy had a warrant out for his arrest for rape. The police were called on him as he was had the keys to someone's house or car and wouldn't give them back, and she's the one who called the police on him. He he resisted arrest, got tased, and then went in his car to grab something and had a knife. Whether he was reaching in the car to get the knife or he already had it on him, there was a knife found on the floorboards of his car where he was shot. So, what that what that tells me is probably as close to a justified shooting as you can get. And we can go into changing ways police interact with people. We could say it was bad policing and they need to interact differently. I don't know what they'd do differently in that situation, but I'm open to hearing ideas so that stuff like this doesn't happen. And I am the first person to call out police brutality when it's there. Police brutality or point out actual bad policy, as far as no knock warrants, should not exist. But I'm all for it. All right, well, let's see what there is and let's change it. I don't know what we could expect the police to do differently. They already tried non-lethal restraint by tasing him, and he was fine. And then he went to his car and grabbed it, supposedly. So, I don't know. That comes to me as a justified shooting, and I know there's libertarians out there who hate the state and the police so much that even when they're justified on using force, you have to criticize them because you can't side with the state. And I understand that. I understand the state being evil. The state is evil, and we need to get rid of the state. Get rid of it. But we live in a society where they do have a monopoly on violence and policing, and we can't. And when the state police act the same way as probably what any private police force would do in Ancapistan, then we can't really fault the police. We can still say, oh, police, there should be other people doing this, but this right here is not an example of police brutality or an unjust shooting. So that's my thoughts just on the shooting. Let's get into the riots, and mainly what was the guy's name? The 17-year-old kid who shot the three people. I'm just gonna say, everything I've seen looks like self-defense. Looks like they were attacking him and he had to defend himself. But he should not have been there. I'm gonna come out and say this just straight up. Everybody has the right to defend their property. Everybody get a gun and defend your property, defend yourself. Someone breaks into your house. People in Wisconsin, someone breaks into your store, shoot them. I'm going to say that. But don't go out looking for don't go grab your gun and go to the riots, even if it's just to try to stop them. If it's your property that's at risk, defend it, but don't go looking for it because that's just asking for trouble. Don't go looking for trouble. It's gonna find you anyway. Don't go. It's gonna find you. Something bad's gonna happen. Don't put yourself in a situation where something bad can happen, or that's probably gonna happen. And what this kid did is obviously something bad. He put himself in a situation where something bad was probably going to happen. And I don't know how you prosecute. I don't know if that's prosecutable by I don't know. But yeah, he came from wherever Illinois, cross state to into the riots to try to defend other people's property. And like, he's searching for the riots and trying to defend people's property. So I don't know how. And I know then there's he's charged with first degree murder, which is not gonna. This should not stay. Like, he was clearly being attacked and defending himself. In the shootings of every three things, but he doesn't mean he wasn't antagonizing them. And him just being there, like, he put himself in a bad situation, and that he should have known better, expecting something bad to happen. So that's and I had another point I was going to make, but I forget what it was. Oh, then there's also gun charges against him, which are fucking stupid. I mean, I'm not saying the guns, legally speaking, I mean, he's 17-year-old with an AR-15, which I think you have to be 18 to own a gun. A long gun, which an AR-15 is a long gun. And he crossed, I don't know what crossing, everybody say he crossed state lines with a firearm. It's fucking America. Who cares if you cross a state line with a fucking firearm? But, in any way, all of the gun charges are fucking stupid because all gun laws are stupid. All gun law, like, there should be zero gun laws on the fucking books. All of them are unconstitutional. If we just want to talk about the Constitution, then all of them are just fucking stupid. You have the right to defend yourself using anything you want. Any means the government has, you should be able to have. And that's, yeah, but the whole point is he was probably defending himself. He shouldn't have put himself in that position where that he could have done that, and he was actively out, like, he put himself in that position. I don't know where that leads with prosecuting. I don't, like, foreseeable circumstances might be a thing where he's like, you were there, so being there, like, it's a foreseeable. I know some laws have, like, if you're robbing a bank, you and your buddy rob a bank, and then your buddy gets killed in the process, you would be charged with his death because it's foreseeable circumstances. So so I don't know what's going on with him. If him going to these places, it's a foreseeable circumstance that this violence could happen, which it is. I don't know if that could bring in justified charges brought against him. I don't know. So I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I damn sure don't know Wisconsin law. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this entire, from the first shooting to the chaos last night. The city's burning. Like, just everybody, go buy a gun, defend yourself, defend your property, be ready to defend your property, and yeah, like, the police aren't gonna fucking help you. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Wisconsin riots and shooting and all that stuff. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I do most of it is political stuff like this. If you have comments on what you made out of this whole thing, comment, let me know. Yeah, and thanks y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.